talk about the Hubbard Jaguars.
The Hubbard Jaguars.
Yeah, and going to the state tournament for the first time.
Yeah, and it's their first state tournament trip for any boys team sport. I think maybe they had a powerlifting team, had some representatives of the state meet. And so I just posted my story online a little bit ago, but I said it could be, and I don't want to overlook anybody, or I'll probably get emails about this, but I said could be the biggest thing that happened in Hubbard sports since Trib Speaker was born in 1888.
That's good stuff. Obviously, Hubbard, well known as the home of Trib Speaker, Baseball Hall of Famer.
Hey, if they had UIL back then, I think Tris would have gotten them there.
Yeah, I think so too. In fact, I was looking for his baseball accomplishments in his early life and whatever, and apparently he fell off a horse and broke his arm, and that's why he ended up being a lefty.
Wow. That's
cool. Just one little story I found in 5 minutes of research. But anyway, went out on Monday morning to Hubbard's practice, and baseball practice is a little bit different animal than any other sport, because they're not working on plays, they're hitting and everything. And Hubbard had an interesting rotation because they had two guys would rotate batting, and they do hit and run, and they do bunt, and they'd swing away and hit a few. And so I got to see some guys bat, and then I started to do interviews, and I'm interviewing their kid, Sebastian Olvera, who's their third baseman. Johnny, I don't know how many 6'5", 300-pound third baseman you've ever seen, but that's Sebastian Olvera of the Hubbard Jaguars.
He's probably the first.
So anyway, I'm talking to Sebastian, and it's kind of a Mutt and Jeff situation, as you can imagine,
Right.
And we're sitting on the bleachers, and it starts to rain. And I said, well, let's go underneath that awning over there, that building. So we go over to that building, and I'm standing there trying to continue the interview, and I see a flash in the sky. And I think to myself, this is a metal building. And I asked him, I said, this is a metal building, isn't it? And he said, yeah. And then he just kept on answering. And I was just thinking, we should probably move, because it was, like the last couple of mornings have been, the storm came in a hurry, and it was on top of us. And I interrupted in mid-answer again. And I was like, hey man, take cover. I'll figure out how to talk to you guys later. But we got to get out of this. Before I got to my car, I was soaked like I'd been in the shower. So anyway, that was.
There you go.
But as you said, a cool story, and they're coached by Jordan Grimm, who is a former West baseball player, played for Corey Beckham there at West. And so, a guy like that is going to be well schooled in like baseball fundamentals and kind of how to win and stuff, and has done a good job there at Hubbard.
Yeah, and he pointed out there were 2A last time that the baseball playoffs were held, and went into the area round. So moving to 1A, in baseball, they still play 11-man football, so they're in 2A in football. But 1A in baseball now, it kind of gives them a leg up on school size. And, I tell you, Dodge City was ranked number 1 that they beat to get to this point. And so now it's, Nazareth is ranked number 3, and Hubbard's ranked number 6 in terms of the state rankings and the High School Baseball Coaches Association poll. So I tell you, Hubbard's got a shot. They got a couple of great pitchers. In fact, Grimm said he has confidence in 4 pitchers. And then the other team playing, John gets the glory beat, the MCC thing, and he can sit on the couch and cover the games. I got to go to Del Diamond to cover a game at 9 a.m. tomorrow and 7 p.m. tomorrow night. So,
hey, Chad, I went up to Weatherford to cover them in the playoffs.
That's true. You did.
And in John's defense, those MCC games were sometimes finishing at 1 a.m. and stuff. So
yeah.
Wasn't that glamorous?
Good point.
There's
no sleep pattern for sports writers, I think, is the lesson to be learned.
Yeah, that's true. The other